Two. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, okay, clerk call roll, please.
Albrecht.
Here.
Badlow. Here. Day.
Here.
Moretti. Here. Serrano. Bono.
Here. Rocking roll minutes, October 29th, they're, 1 make corrections, deletions, additions. 3, 2, 1. Any motion, Tim? Second, Alana, thank you. Discussion? All in favor, aye. Any opposed, nay? Carried. Financials on 3 to 6. Not much change.
No, just to let everybody know, we did award the clean out of the Masonic now. They've started. They tore up the carpet in the great room floor, and once it's cleaned up, we all have to go back in. But the floor looks phenomenal, except in the area where there was a leak. That building is strong. And so we've been working on the DRI grant for that, restore grant for that. So we got a lot of money, still some earmark monies coming in, so we'll be moving ahead with that. But they're doing a great job of cleaning that out, and that'll get that must out of there. We get a couple of screens in some of the windows, so. And we also applied for a USDA grant that we didn't hear back yet on for the kitchen stuff down in the basement, so we should hear about that also.
Questions? Okay. Motion to accept. Alana, Lori, discussion? All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay? And try Charlestown.
All the same as we did before, we have the confidentiality and understanding.
Somebody want to make a motion on all 3 separately? Tim, and Cory. Are you good with that? Let's vote on the first one. Confidentiality, all in favor, aye? Right. Any opposed, nay? Carried. Memorandum of understanding. All in favor, aye? Right. Any opposed, nay? Carried. The approving resolution, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed, nay? Carried. All 3 are carried. Project updates. Summit.
Sure, the Brownfield Summit we talked about earlier, the 29th and 30th, please put it in your calendar so you can attend. Also, Bill's School, I wanted to give everybody a quick update on that. We've been assisting the village on Article 19B. The last day for anyone of opposition will be December 2nd. So far, he's been served, the current owner, no opposition in place. After that date, we'll move ahead with that. I've asked to have the property that's the not to appraise, thanks. Man, that just flew out. I asked to have them appraise it, so that way we can put a number on it. We do have a developer extremely interested in it. He's currently working with BDL on design. He liked what happened with the EPA. I think that'll move rather fast, and that'll happen through our HLDC. So we should see some revenues from that, as well as we put together a pilot there too. So that's it. That's a promising project there. And then we are working also on our countywide BOA. It's my fault that it hasn't moved ahead. I have to create the RFP for the consultants, and it's because it's brand new and no one's done it. I can't steal it from anybody else. So I'm trying to put that together the best I can. I've been working with a couple of people on that, but I should have that together to go out before the end of December. And then that's a, how many year process? Is it 5 or 3?
Yeah, that's a 5.
So we have 300,000 coming in from the state to evaluate and assess other brownfield opportunities plus planning opportunities. So say you have a brownfield in your community, like an old gas station, and they're gonna tear it down. Well, this one's not gonna be a bike path, but we think it could be rebuilt to an ice cream corner store. We can have some, graph drawings put into that, some costing and things, and that's what we'll see a little different with this rollout. So between that, if we get the other EPA grant, we'll probably have about $1.5 million to spend on brownfields. So we're creeping back up there. Newport School District, the old Newport School, is at a meeting the other night on that. MVEDD and Asheville gave part of their revolving loan fund grants to that. And they'll be tearing down that structure shortly too. It was terrible. I was in there, everything was just falling down. And I did meet with the owners of Borden's, the old Borden's in Newport. I don't know if you ever see it on the left side, very cool, used to make it up there, and now it's just been sitting. They want to redevelop that. Can you imagine a nice touristy hotel or something along the West Canada there? So I have a meeting set up with them pretty soon too. But I need to get more assessment. That's my goal.
So go ahead to the, you say what,
Oh, it's housing. Yeah, but really nice housing.
Oh,
And Ann is my witness, I was in there. Twice. It's like 9,000 degrees in there that day.
I mean, I think anyone in the community would like it to be market rate
Yeah,
or higher housing. I'm just not sure if that area supports that. I mean,
he believes it does, and that's what he's gonna put in there, you know, yeah.
Area that has issues.
Well, I think that still would, you'll be parking towards the other side, he's interested in that house that's there too. You know, I think you can clean it up and make it nice.
I would hope so. I just know that you can have the nicest house in the neighborhood, but if you had neighbors that. And there's clearly a problem next door.
There is. He's aware of that, but he still wants to move on. I think what's really neat about him is, he has his son and his son's friend that went to school for this, and this is gonna be their first project, so they're all very excited about it, so those are the kind of things that really elevate too, and we can see these schools. So. I mean, it's quiet across the street with the funeral home, so that makes it nice. The bank's not open really on weekends, so that's good too. It's relatively, it's walkable a lot of places. With the DRI, you're gonna see more walking from like folks home to the park and other things too, and more cleanup on Main Street. I don't know if you drive down the Main Street, Herkimer, yes, some of the buildings need some work, but the DPW crew keeps it clean and nice, and it hasn't looked this way in decades, and they're really doing a good job. And they should be commended for that too. And I think once we see all the utilities that we have on Main Street that we're really not aware of, like gas pressures and electricity and fiber, water, that we'll be able to attract more things there. And that's what we're really looking to do. So
Anything else?
I'm good. Very good. Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.
Motion to
Yeah.
get that back.
Yeah.
Second quarter in discussion, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Thank you. We are adjourned. Shannon, thank you.
Thanks, Shannon. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.